Good morning, children. Let us continue with the lesson. So, animals and their food. Already you have learned that there are three types of food. Three types of animals based on the food what they eat, isn't it? What are they? Especially the herbivores, which eat only plants. Carnivores, which depend on flesh of other animals. Omnivores, which depend on both plant and animal products, isn't it? After that, there are so many other organisms. Some organisms directly eat the food. They swallow the whole organism itself, and some chew the cud, and some novels, like that you have seen in the previous class. Now let us continue. So animals that tear and chew flesh. They tear and chew flesh. Some flesh-eating animals have sharp, pointed and curved teeth on either side of the front teeth to tear the flesh. I told you they will have strong canine teeth. Sharp and strong, it will be little curved also. So that what happens, can easily hold the animal's flesh and then they can tear it and eat. Understood? So they have some flesh-eating animals have sharp, pointed and curved teeth on either side of the front teeth. Can see here? Can you see this? See, it is gone like that, like hook like. Can you see? Yes. Teeth to tear the flesh. They also have strong and broad grinding teeth at the back of their mouths to chew the flesh of animals. So front teeth, what are they using for? They are using for tearing. And back side, see, you can see here. Back side there will be broad teeth for grinding purpose. They grind it, then they eat. First is tearing, then grinding. Both things are happening in the mouth itself. Then they swallow the flesh. Okay, these are called as the animals that tear and chew the flesh. Next, eating habits of some more animals. There are some more animals, their eating habits are different. What is that? Frogs and lizards. Frogs and lizards have sticky tongues that remain rolled inside their mouth. Okay, what is happening? You know what a tongue is. Now, if you just open, only one fold is right, only one. But there are some animals wherein the tongue will be folded, it will be rolled. Tongue will be rolled and it will be inside the mouth. So when it sees any animal, what does it do? It just opens it and it will be sticky. The tongue will be sticky. So when it sees something, what happens? It opens the tongue, it becomes long. Tongue becomes long. And it is sticky, So for example, you can see here. What is this animal going to do? This is a type of chameleon, you can see here. What does it do? See, it has got a tongue, a long tongue, which will be rolled and it will be inside. Now it is coming in contact with the insect. See, this is an insect here. So when it sees an insect or its prey, what does it do? It opens the tongue. And the tongue is having a sticky fluid. So when it opens the tongue, see, it will be rolled like this. It will be open like this. So when it opens like this, what is going to happen? As it is already sticky and it becomes long, it will reach to the insect. And what happens? The insect gets trapped. It gets trapped on the tongue. Again it will roll. Again it will roll and put it inside your mouth. Have you understood? So, frogs and lizards have sticky tongues that remain rolled inside their mouth. Insects get stuck to the sticky tongue. Then they are swallowed quickly. You understood? Coming to the next one. Insects such as mosquitoes, bees and butterflies have a thin, long and straw-like tube as their mouth. So they have tube-like. Supposing you have caught any mosquito or any flies, you can see there will be a small tube-like structure in their mouth. Understood? It will be like straw-like, means it is hollow, tube-like. It is hollow inside. So insects such as mosquitoes, bees and butterflies have a thin, long and straw-like tube as their mouth. They use this tube to suck in the food. So mosquito, what do they do? See, there is a tube-like structure there. With that, they sit on your skin and they just pierce this tube into your skin. Then what happens? They start sucking the blood. They suck the blood. Like that. These, now for example, butterfly, if you see, butterfly sits on flowers. Have you seen? Beautiful flowers. Butterflies are also beautiful and it sits on the flowers. What does it do? It will pass this tube into the flower. Inside the flower there is nectar. That means a sweet juice like structure will be there. That is called nectar. So it just pierces the tube into the flower. When it pierces, what is happening? And then it sucks. When it sucks, what happens? The nectar which is there in the flower will be taken inside. Same way with honeybees also. Honeybees, Jenula. So what do? They also put their tube into this flowers. They also take the nectar, isn't it? And that nectar will be collected in the beehive. Jenugudu. You have seen beehive, isn't it? It will be collected in the beehives. So like this, all these mosquitoes, bees and butterflies have a thin, long and straw-like tube as their mouth. They use this tube to suck in the food. Mosquitoes use their thin tube to suck blood from the bodies of other animals. That every day you would have seen this, isn't it? Butterflies and bees use thin tube to suck the nectar from flowers. Did you understand? Juice will be taken and then that will be collected and stored in some places. So mosquito sucks the blood. Elephant, the biggest land animal, uses its long, thick and strong nose called trunk to grasp objects, drink or to wash itself. You have seen an elephant, isn't it? So what does the elephant do? If you are giving any food to it, you just keep it on the trunk or sometimes directly can give it into the mouth, or if you keep on its trunk. Can you see this part? This is called the trunk of the elephant. So if you keep on the trunk also, it will roll and eat. It will give ask you, showing its trunk, it will ask. If you keep it on the trunk, what happens? It will just eat it. It will roll and then eat. And especially the mahouts, one who takes care of the elephants, directly they put it into the mouth. Directly they put it into the mouth. Whatever they are giving, they put it in the mouth. So this trunk is there. So elephant, the biggest land animal, uses its long, thick and strong nose called trunk to grasp objects. If it sees any object, what does it do? It uses its tongue to hold it. Drink. If it wants to drink water, you can see near river it goes. You would have seen herds of elephants going near the rivers. What do? They put their trunk inside the water and then they draw the water, they suck the water and then they drink. Understood? So like that you can see they grasp the objects, drink, or even if they have to bath themselves, they will take bath themselves. What they do? They take the trunk, they fill water and then they pour it on their body. Understood? For all this the trunk is used. It is a long nose present in the elephant's body. So it uses its trunk for smelling the food. It even smells the food. Trunk is also used for uprooting the plants. So if any plants are the small plants, it has to be uprooted. What happens? You can see that elephant will just roll its trunk on the stem of that and pulls. It's very strong, isn't it? So it pulls. What happens? The tree gets uprooted. Roots will come up. You understood? So trunk is also used for uprooting the plants. Breaking branches. If it wants leaves to eat, down it is not available, it is available on the top. What does it do? It will just put the trunk up, it will pull the branches, then eats. Understood? So breaking branches and even for eating the leaves, they use the trunk. You can see here an elephant using trunk to have a shower. See, it is taking shower, means it is taking bath. Okay. Next you can see, children, a giraffe. So you can see a giraffe. It has got a long neck. So it can reach the highest plants also. Why? Because it has got a long neck. And even the legs are also very long for that. Giraffe, legs are also long as well as the neck is also long. So a giraffe has a long neck which helps it to eat leaves present on the top branches of tall trees. Animals such as cats and dogs use their tongue to drink milk or water. You have seen, if you have got cat or dog in the house, if you just give a bowl of water, what does it do? Does it use its hand, legs? Nothing, isn't it? Directly with the tongue it licks. It uses the tongue and licks the milk or water, whatever you give. Understood? Next, coming to food chain. All animals depend on plants for food. I told you now, either directly or indirectly. We know that some animals eat plants, some animals eat these plant eating animals, while some animals eat both plants and animals. So already you have learned about herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Okay. This occurs in form of a chain. So what is happening now? Plants, then herbivores, then carnivores, then scavengers. You see that now? Again, where does it come? All these animals, what happens? Animals and plants, what happens? They die. After death, where are they going? They are going again into the soil. What is happening to the minerals which is present in their body? All that body, organic things, what is happening? That goes into the soil. Now soil will get the fertility. Means whatever is required for the growth of plants is available where? In the soil. So again from the soil what happens? Plants will start growing. Again what happens? Herbivores, carnivores, no? Omnivores. Again back to soil. Again plants. You understood what is that? There is a chain. It's taking place. So you can see here. See, once again I'll read. All animals depend on plants for food directly or indirectly. We know that some animals eat plants. Some animals eat these plant eating animals, while some animals eat both plants and animals. This occurs in form of a chain. A chain that describes how living things depend on one another for food is called a food chain. How one organism is depending on other organism. So what is happening? It is in the form of a chain. So that is called as food chain because they are depending on food of other animals. So all food chains begin with a plant. Anything you take, basically what is that? The plant. If plant is not there, no other chain. I told you. So they are called as the primary producers. Plants are called primary producers. If plants are not there, there is no life at all in this world. Clear? So can you say why? What's the reason? Why do you say that plants? Without plants, there is no food. Why? Because plants are the primary producers. If plants are not there, there are no other animals. You can see here, children. What is this? Plants. What is this? Grasshopper. So grasshopper is eating plant. Then what is this? This is frog. What is the frog doing? Frog is eating grasshopper, which is eating plants. Okay. Then comes the snake. What is the snake doing? Snake is eating the frog. Frog is eating grasshopper. Grasshopper is eating the plant. Now all this will die. Where do they go? They go back to the soil. They go back to the soil. So whatever the nutrients is present in their body, where does that go? That goes back to the soil. And again in the soil what grows? Plants grow, right? Again the plants will start growing. So what is that? That is a cycle. It's a food cycle. And this is called as a food chain. One organism is eaten by the other. This is eaten by the other. This is eaten by the other. This will be eaten by eagle or hawk. Understood? So like that the chain continues. You understood? This is called chain. Again you can see here. This is again plants. Primary producers. Plants. This is eaten by the deer. Deer eat only plants. Do not eat animals. So plant is eaten by deer. Deer is eaten by tiger. Okay. Now tiger can be eaten by the scavengers. Like vulture and all those things. Hyena and all that I told you now. So what happens? Again they all die. What happens? They go back to the soil. Again from the soil the plants will get the nutrients. Again it will grow. Again these animals will come. So what is this? This is called as the food chain. Have you understood? Now let us go for the next one. Care of domestic animals. What are domestic animals? Animals which you take care, which lives along with you. That is called as domestic animals. So you are rearing those animals. Understood? Those animals which you rear are called as domesticated animals. And the animals which are found in the forest are called wild animals. It is called as wild animals. Okay. The animals which you rear, which you train and rear, that is called as domesticated animals. So care of domestic animals. Some animals such as cows, buffaloes, ducks, hens, etc. are kept by human beings for work and food. Isn't it? So you use this buffaloes, cows and all for your earning the livelihood plus for food also, because there are people those who eat the flesh of these animals also. Understood? So here some animals such as cows, buffaloes, ducks, hens, etc. are kept by human beings for work and food. See, hen you are rearing to get eggs. All of you eat eggs, isn't it? So egg, you are getting the food from these animals. And the cows, you get milk. Okay? Now, such animals are called domestic animals, which you are rearing are called as domestic animals. They help us in many ways. Cows, buffaloes and goats give us milk. Isn't it? Cows, buffaloes, emme, and goat, make. No? All this give us milk. Horses and camels are used to carry heavy loads. Now, horses you see everywhere, but camels, especially in the desert areas, you see camels. So, horses and camels are used to carry heavy loads. Hens and ducks give us eggs. So, all these are very much useful to us. Because they are very useful to us, what do? We rear them, we keep them in our houses. They will have separate sheds. You will keep it there. Okay. We should be kind to these animals and should take good care of their food, shelter, water, etc. to keep them healthy. It's not only rearing. You should take care of those animals also, because they are taking care of you, no? They are going to provide you food also, isn't it? So what you have to do, you should also take care of them. What all you have to give them? You have to give them proper food. You have to give them shelter to stay. You cannot just leave them wherever they are. You should make some shelter for them. You should provide them water, etc. to keep them healthy. If they are healthy, you will also be healthy. They should be given plenty of fresh grass, especially for cows, buffaloes. They should be given fresh grass, oil seeds, pulses, grains, etc. to eat and clean water to drink. So all these you have to give. These are called as fodder. Fodder means the food which you are giving for animals are called as fodder. So these are the fodder you have to give to them, and you should keep them clean and give them water to drink. Their shelter should be kept neat and clean, even their shelter, because they cannot go outside. Now if you want to go for toilets, what you do? Washrooms you go, isn't it? But for them all those things will not be there. So what you have to do? Because wherever they are, they will be passing all the unwanted things. So what you have to do? You have to keep them neat and clean. Otherwise what will happen? You see, the disease causing germs will start originating there. And once the disease causing germs come, what will happen? It will affect the animals, plus it will affect you also. So you have to always keep them neat and clean. And sick animals should be taken to veterinary doctors. So the doctors who take care of animals, we call them as veterinary doctors. If you feel that any animal is not well, if it is having any sickness, what you have to do? You have to take that animals to the veterinary doctors for the treatment. And they should be isolated also. Now for example, if so many hens are together in the poultry, what you do? If you see that one hen has got some problem, immediately you have to take it and keep it separately. That is called as isolation. Otherwise what happens? From that it will spread, the disease will spread to other hens also. So you have to be very careful about all these things. So if you take care of animals and plants, what happens? Animals also will take care of you. Understood? So you should never harm any animals. So thank you children.